Alright， 昨天重试了一下那个捏冷技的捏脸技能，要把猫捏得好，真的是蛮不容易的。结论就是，这个游戏的猫主长得太像人。然后我看了一下很多猫脸，就是猫族的那个随从，就是很多人把猫族的随从捏得太像人了，所以就很像那个猫的店一样，就变得有点四不像。所以捏猫族的那个就是捏猫族的重点就是不要找人类的照片去捏，要找猫的，真的要找猫的照片去捏，捏得太像人会变四不像。又重新捏主角，重新捏的。捏水桶，我还改了快捷键。我觉得这个游戏最大的问题不是效能的问题，是它快捷键键盘滑鼠用快捷键的问题。那这真的就是要按2个键才能发一招啊，要么就是 Ctrl Ctrl 加1、2、3、10，不然就是其他的，反正就一定要按一键，然后再按另外一键。那一般的游戏就是按1就是发第一招，按2就是发第二招，然后这个游戏一定要按 Ctrl 1才能发招，还蛮糟糕的操作啊。所以效能问题不是重点，现在重点是快捷键的绑定方式，就蛮糟糕的啊。好，我刚才要干嘛？我要找2个随从，一个男的，一个女的。
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Let us work together to honor the
就是你了，长最高的。
Please dispense with the. taken a wrong turn.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good eye. Being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melv if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer.
他刚才说是 in and out 吗？对呀。
Hoy there. You seem well My pa always used to say, aye, being armed, you should stop by the inn in Melv if you get the chance. No, aye.
Yeah， 他真是讲 in and out。
Defenseless, even if you should stop by the inn in Melv if you get the chance.
所以有家旅馆叫做 in and out。OK。
The best quality a soldier can have is loyalty.
You look
I'd
familiar.
hasten home, were this not my duty.
应该是开 FSR。如果我不开 FSR 会变怎样？哦，我没有开。这个大概在优化等级，大概就是比新工好一点了。
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Going out, are you? You sure that's a good idea? You seem rather... You ought at least rest. Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Come now, don't be stubborn.
Fine。对啊，我不是有
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
OK。
Don't be daft. The lo
就是要强制我休息。OK OK。
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect my pa always used to say, there's naught a good eye. Being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. You should stop by the inn in Melv if you get the chance.
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
Newfound strength courses through you. It's good to see.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
first assess the field. Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will.
Ocado. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
还有应该要有一个选项，就是
what?
我不要每按一键他还说一句话。
I can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
Our aid is required, Master. Let us depart with due haste. Well met.
Wait for the new equipment. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
还是卡卡的耶，是怎样？哎，等一下，
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I...
哦，是我那个 DPS 的问题，好北哦。
No, I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
嗯，这样。 OK, perfect.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. One of our numbers unconscious.
I'll have you back on your feet in no time at all. Me? Caught unawares? I would never be so careless.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
High five.
Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always... Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Don't we have a report to make, Master?
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
There's no easy thing making a living.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
We have succeeded in defending our charge. A sign of good things to come, mayhap?
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
Sir, I'd be glad to talk when I'm off duty, sir.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it.
没钱了。
We're running low on everything, from provisions to crafting materials for weapons and armor. We've had a hard time procuring goods, what with all the monsters lurking on the roads of late. I sent Marcus to gather what we need, but I've just taken stock and I fear the list I gave him was incomplete. What say you? Could I trouble you to run an errand for me? You'll be paid, of course. Glad to hear it. Here, take this list of additional supplies to Marcus. He ought to be somewhere north of here. Hand him the note and he'll take care of the rest.
First, assess the field.
这蛮像纸糊的一样。然后这个头发飘逸也超不自然，有个机会改个短头发吧。双马尾的飘逸就比较自然。 反正一整个发片物理效果就不好，这就是问题啊。
That's everything assembled. A job well done, if I do say so myself. Oi! Did you need
Oi.
something? This is from Sir Geoffrey, is it? Let's have a look then. Why? He wants these as well, does he? I thought I was finished. Why should I have to do all this on my own? I've got plenty to carry as tis. Say, your arms look free. You can handle that list in my stead. And make haste. I would depart for the encampment even a moment sooner. Well, go on. You know what to do.
We know what we're looking for, but not where it is. I suppose there's naught for it but to start searching. Have you forgotten something? Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
哦，水果家，OK。
Do we report back now?
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work. How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet?
这个 UI 一看就知道不是，这根本就主机的 UI 啊！妈的嘞，这要是 PC 就是两格就会搞定了，好北哦。
Brilliant! I knew I could count on you. Here, take this for your trouble. I'll be heading back to the encampment now. They'll be expecting me.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
Oi! Many thanks for passing on
Oi.
that to Marcus for me. As I hear it, you even assisted him in gathering the supplies. I hope 'twasn't too much trouble. Anyway, you've been a great help. I hope I can count on your aid again should the need arise.
Our efforts have seen the encampment resupplied, and Sir Geoffrey with one less care. A good deed all round.
Well said.
'Tis you.
I would fain aid.
Still, I can hardly believe it. A griffin of all things here. Add to that the recent dragon sighting. 'Tis said that the arrival of the Sovereign portends.
What I can do for you?
没任务了吗？
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. Very well.
Keep that shield up.
Yes, sir.
Want a blade in your ribs? Parry.
Aye, sir.
Aye. I'm about to commence the troops' training regime. 'Tis a task that demands focus. So if 'tisn't an urgent matter, it can wait till after we're done here.
To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
哪边？哦，不行，爬不上去。完了
Soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern. To polish up my gear for tomorrow.
There's no easy thing. Making a living as a soldier.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Fancy a gander? I find goods for sale. Well met. Always a pleasure.
Ho there. Faring all right?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Our traits mesh well together. Each of us is suited to a different task. Half-haste descend! Sweet to fire!
哦，根本不用我出手。
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
five。
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Certainly, Arisen. How might I be of aid?
聪明多了，一代的那个随从真的是。一代随从连上 buff 都没办法好好上，还会上buff 上到一半会转去中断的。然后还有一个问题就是，因为我是用高个子，所以他施法的时候，他放的那个法术的那个位置怪怪的。比如说这样。有没有？他放火的时候，那个位置偏高啊，瞄准的目标位置偏高啊。他这个就是没有用身高去做调整，就是矮的时候他就是放平的嘛，他高的时候也是放平的，他不会往下放。重点是这个是目标施法，所以你不能这样，不能自动调整。有办法取消目标施法吗？游标锁定。 没有，看来是没有。
Behold the state of the village. 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The dragon truly is calamity incarnate. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory. When the Arisen appears, so too does the dragon. 'Tis an
Pitiable Arisen.
Well met. Hope to see you again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. I'm sorry to hear that, though I cannot say I am surprised. Your burns could easily have killed you outright. A great many were bathed in the dragon's flames that day. All perished, save you. You must be special, indeed. How else could you have survived to return here?
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad the ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
What say we gather some information?
Mayhap you should speak with Sir...
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can... But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way, but what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many...
We could make the fruit Roborant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
Ah, yes. Now I see.
我一直有要玩。
Mayhap 'tis time I went.
果干哦，
The recipient awaits, Master.
等一下调一下。
Another day, another adventure.
啊，我的耳机，等一下。啊，算了，就这样子吧。算了，先断掉。这样应该没什么问题了。
You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
Whatever it is, I'll have to.
Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... it is a dangerous place. I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye. But my feet know it better than I do. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will? Right. In we go then. My life's in your hands, friend.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed.
The other day, they ill favour living alongside the people of other races, dwarves in particular. I understand their reluctance. They live several times longer than we do. I reckon that sets us apart. Not to mention their tongue is a mystery to us. If you can't share a jest, sharing a village is out of the question, eh?
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
Let's have a look then.
What?
Whate'er it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
'Tis my duty to hear the people's concerns. Speak to me another time. I'm on duty. Do let me know if you're in...
Oh, I can't complain, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, I beg a moment of your time. Ours is a show unrivaled in all the land.
Well met. Looking to make a purchase?
纳尼？这个要审。
Hope to see you again.
靠北，没有药草了。哎，是没有药草吗？那为什么写着还有一个？
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, well, if you do pick... Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? In my line of business, patience is key.
Always a pleasure.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Can't place what it is, but the sea's strange. What should I get up to today?
Give her up, please.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. 'Tis a vocation for those who... I am a fighter myself. And should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Should you dedicate yours, try them, as you like. Very well. There is no wrong, but I shan't take up...
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
好，我付。等一下，
Always a pleasure.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Simple conversation oft reveals what a week of searching never could. Whom shall we speak with first?
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Always a pleasure. Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Do come again.
I'd never leave.
Okay.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
'Tis as you say.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Mayhap we ought to return for a rest when we're in need of one.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands' bog?
A brief respite is naught to decry.
Master, goblins!
I grant you fire and faith. Use it well. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
所以他没办法先上 buff， 好，随便你了。
Over here!
High five.
Must be recast!
When charged, be sure to avoid open flame. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
OK， 所以是可以中断魔法的。
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
whatever goes right.
Oh, I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Wolves dead!
You are in need of healing. Allow me. I went right back. I grant you roaring flame.
I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to...
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Ah, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
We ought to avoid combat if we can. Our priority is to see our charge delivered safely.
I'm just glad to live another day.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Knew I'd pull through in the end.
他刚才不知道为什么
Our combined might is beyond any foe.
That is what let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I've got hold of the enemy! Splendid. I'll combine my magic with yours that you might cast the spell more quickly. you, Arisen.
Let us see what you're made of.
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait a moment.
Careful now. One wrong step, things will turn south quicker than you can blink. At last, it all becomes clear.
Look at it. The beast can scarce stand. A well-placed strike would have send it gazing skyward.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. We can ill afford to rush headlong into battle. Let us watch our foe carefully to determine our best strategy here. Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! Time to strike.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
I grant you Fire's blade. Use it well.
哎，没有办法。
My Thailand to hand.
Make haste before I'm shaken loose.
Bye bye.
Ho-ho! Few materials are more coveted than this. It makes all our efforts worthwhile.
We shall have to think long and hard about what to do with it.
must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
好，才60块。
I've grown accustomed to traveling with these same faces.
Oh, 干。
I'm all for swapping stories, but perhaps another night.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am
等一下只能煮 ，what？ 所以只能煮一次哦。啊？对啊，只能煮一次而已。
Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Are you particularly fond of this place, Arisen? We have made camp here several times now.
I've come to know these environs like the
我只是想煮肉而已。Shut the fuck up. What? 为什么？啊，我把肉都卖掉了。
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but
这个中文翻译其实不太行。
herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. And I was right. Mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Meld shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with...
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Pleasure doing bit.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Not much going on. My bed calls, and I shan't resist. Pleasant
我不能理解，就是这边有煮东西的道具，但是不能煮东西。
Living's hard, but breathe free.
Always another errand to get to.
It's been a hard day.
I mean, fine.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
I see life as a journey, to be walked a day.
We ask but a few coin for your entertainment.
Thanks, friend.
Thanks, friend.
What would you of me? My time isn't yours to waste.
The other day, I espied an elf of all things.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need some? Something? Always a pleasure.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loosed from it would carry tremendous lethal force.
Tis not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat.
I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
Hey-o! Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Hey, did you need something? Do come again.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
My bed goods.
Oi! Bring me a... Oh! You're not one of us.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Arutha, you are full of surprises. Looking forward to informing my housemaster next time.
Oh, camera, please.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. What's right there? Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only, do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon.
Stop asking. What the fuck?
Very well.
对啊，是这边吗？
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
You found strength courses through you?
That was certainly worthwhile.
Done at last. Perhaps a brief respite before we take on another?
Our efforts have been rewarded.
Time to get back to work.
Time to be heading home.
We've naught to discuss.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
A ladder, is it? How convenient.
Ah, excellent find.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
好，换人。
I see not even the Arisen could resist my charms. I thank you for the chance to... Ah, good. I see the Arisen's found someone to handle our business.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
I'm a fighter by trade. Send me to the Vanguard.
I see not even the Arisen could resist my charms.
I see you recognize my worth, Arisen.
Will you not miss my company once I am gone, Arisen?
Let us work together to...
Now this is a conundrum. Best we can dance.
Now Sir Gregor wants a word, eh? Hardly surprising. The Arisen's attentions are always in demand. I know where that person can be found, Master. This way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
So we've finally arrived.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then...
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Jesus man， 我都不用打了。
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Goblins, Master! You have my protection. I'll combine my magic with yours. You might have to spell more quickly. Avoid flame at any cost. You get them doused in oil.
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of vermin. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. They're still
我叫随从学，不火是为了什么？就是为了击落你啊！
I would so enjoy seeing this obstacle smashed to pieces.
If a ranged attack is needed, you can counter it. I would be glad to. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Oh. Thanks! 我想说是要绕路过去的说。
One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the scene.
You have my support.
不可能只有这样吧？哦，这边有路。
This is rather thrilling.
I'll go and open the chest.
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
Oh, very well. Back to your side I go.
Oh.
It was well worth the effort of breaking it. Let me get that.
Shall we make them rue their own impatience?
We fight. To arms!
Very well, my love.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Sunset draws near.
Ears pricked. 'Twill be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone.
I grant you Zara's blade. Use it well.
Over here! That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every...
Oi, where do you think you're going? Our destination is the border checkpoint.
“等一下，到底有多远？”他一直在想说要不要扎营，后来想算了，反正多了小帮手一堆，应该没什么问题。而且。好，这个亮度比一代好太多了。 什么怪都没遇到。
I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my... If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true... All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
There are worse places to make camp.
The road turns perilous after nightfall. 'Twould behoove us to rest here till the morn comes.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
God damn！ 太好，看起来也太好吃了吧！
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go then.
Ready to forge on?
everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Yeah.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
My sword strikes true. I cannot fault your balance.
Perhaps you might join the fight yourself?
Well said.
I dare say the cart...
Our party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
No challenge is beyond our combined might. I grant you roaring flames.
Ah! Nothing here.
Let us see what you're made of.
Well aimed strike, right where it hurts.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
哎，不是有一个人在那边吗？
That was superb, Arisen. I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
What's this? We're trapped.
Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops. Right. Be on your guard.
Let my magic grant you an elemental loop.
One more push ought to bring it down.
哦，他撞到石头了。
And our quarry shall fall. On my way.
'Twould seem I misjudged you.
这代是不是变简单了？
I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
Look here. Water is seeping through the cracks.
Oh, 'tis a precious thing we found.
How exciting! My heart is fit to burst.
带路啊，在那边爬。
Here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
Oh, 靠北按错键。OK， 我要试一个东西来。
I'm not quite as nimble as I'd like to be. But I suppose that's what I get for carrying so many things. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat.
下。OK， 所以解散的话，东西会回到植物栏。OK， 没有什么好用的。没什么可以选。
I'm a fighter by trade. Send me to the vanguard, where I might put my strength to full use. All told, I'm rather satisfied with my performance. Please dispense with the formalities. They exhaust me so.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
对啊，这是照真实时间这样往下吗？啊，那游戏制作人真敢这样搞。
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
We fight!
Plenty more where that came from.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the Ark.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, and in Vermund's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
我会打破一个。
Do not forget that we...
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh.
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Take a better mind than mine to solve this.
Horrible. Good heavens, the panther is crawling
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us.
You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard, but it's easy enough. I should know.
I'm well enough, thank you.
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
See what's selling lately. What am I to make of this?
Any interesting tidings to share?
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
Come, let me grant you wings. Fear not, Master. My fighter skills will see us through this. Shall I assist?
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
As I understand it, 'tis boorish to speak when you've...
You suck. Come on.
What do you presume to gain by this, Arisen?
No.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now, and
Come on.
the need arises.
Lift me up.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner. Can't help but talking or whispering when I'm here.
Got to focus. My head will roll if water goes around.
I need help.
What would you ask of me? I've not left. You're wasting your time talking to me. Reckon I'd spend my life here if I could.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Fancy a kip. But not at the expense of my duty.
Always calms me down.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
This isn't much to go on.
We're not getting in anyone's way. I could use a bit of peace one day.
This isn't much to go on.
The rules at your neck.
Only care I have is how to spend the day.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
I grow restless.
Here to ask aught of me, are you? I grow restless when I do the same thing all along.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
Can't help but see a turncoat.
No shame in letting down your hair.
And in the mood to stir up trouble.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word.
哦，神器。
Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Certain vocations are unavailable at present. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Where ought we to begin our search?
It seems Sir Roderick is the one to talk to. Shall we go and speak with him? Ah, yes, I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Right, just follow me.
Well met, son. How might I be?
We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves. And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Need anything?
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Might
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Could you come over here?
What?等一下，我要续一下锂电。
Slim pickings of late. Maybe they may touch.
Well met, sir. I'd be better off a hermit. Automotives. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour?
哦，有啊，这东西有回来。
Much obliged. This inspires naught but misgivings.
Soon as you turn your back, out comes the dagger.
哎，我拿到这边，晚点再继续吧。